Yo, this your boy Prophet Williams. Once again on a special segment of Words of Wisdom. It is January 9th, 2014, man. Happy New Year's to all the brothers and sisters, that have made it, here, from all the corners of the earth, man. Everybody watching this video. But, mainly I wanted to talk about the world as a whole, but the black community. But when you understand true history and understanding that Africans are the original people, you can see the total rise and fall of man's mind, you know, from the apex all the way to the hells and the depths of this voodoo culture in America. But mainly, I wanted to. The main title of this video is the Black KKK. The Black KKK and self hatred, and the Black KKK, and that's what we are. And understanding. First off, needing to understand African history, and African history being the missing pages of world history, not just something that black people need to hear, something that is missing from our hearts, but is missing from just the pages of world history, as Dr. John Henry Clark, eloquently put it, So when we go into detail, and we have to be critical thinkers. We have to be critical thinkers for ourselves, for our own race, and for society, period, because our children are dependent on this. Maybe it's that, most people are working so hard, most of us work so hard that we don't even have time to think about this, and a big problem is our inability to discuss, to effectively discuss the things that matter. We can sit around and we can talk about LeBron all day. We sit around, we can talk about the president and politics all day. We could talk about everything all day, but our ability to discuss the things that matter is completely short-lived and short fused. So, understanding why I've entitled this video "The Black KKK" and self-hatred, because black people are the only ones that you could hear, that say, here goes that black shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even want to hear about themselves, which shows you a total. This is a great testament to, a great unconscious testament to our self-hatred. The simple fact that we don't even, a lot of people don't even want to hear this, and that makes us just like white people, and that's why I call it the Black KKK, because we don't even want to hear about ourselves, and it's actually, the same response that, a lot of people give black history, a lot of black people give black history, is the same response that white people give it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call, black people the Black KKK, all the way from the church to the streets, man. All the way from the church to the gangsters in the streets, and, no matter what, us being in denial makes us accomplices to the constant crime that is going on. So many times, people be like, well, you always talking about what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, hell, I dropped 100 some videos on YouTube just last year, just lectures, and the BS and redemption, stands as one of the greatest analytical scientific breakdowns of society psychology today. If you go and you check out BS and redemption, that's like 5 hours long, but needing to understand all these things, and this is why we are the Black KKK, because ultimately we continue to stay separated, from religion all the way to the streets, from the pulpit all the way to from the pulpit all the way to the trap. It all serves as a trap in its own way, because so much separation still divided in the community, and we make up so many excuses to keep us from taking accountability of what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? We all, we're really on some everybody else does it when we know better. African people in America know better. We, right now we're actually, we're actually moving to the point where we're like the Indians on the reservations back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And you got more Negroes now, more black people now just wanting to be entertained, don't even want to hear it. I ain't even open. I is not even open. Just want to be entertained, not being serious about anything. Niggas ain't serious about nothing now, and not understanding how our image is being attacked on every front. I mean, everybody's image is being attacked, whether they know it or not. From whites to Mexicans to the Asians, everybody's image is being attacked. Multi-ethnic destruction in America. As Professor Griff, perfectly, puts the acronym to the media. Multi-ethnic destruction in America. But us needing to understand the way that we have been savaged. Black people, our image has been savaged. Do you understand what it means for your image to be savaged? For us to be totally savaged in an image. And do you understand the consequences that ultimately yields? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we have done nothing about it. I was saying not too long ago just about the movie Precious. I just seen the movie Precious on like New Year's Day. I believe it was January 1st of 2014. That was my first time seeing the movie Precious, and I cannot believe that we let that slide. We let that get past. I can't believe that's still getting sold on the shelf. Because you have every stereotype that they apply to black people in this movie. Do you understand? You have every stereotype they apply to black people. Precious couldn't read. I mean, how much worse can anybody's life get? This is unreal in its sense. But like I say, all of the stereotypes they apply to black people actually are in this movie. And all of them go right with Precious. Precious couldn't read or write. She got AIDS. She's obese. Precious mama ain't shit. She got raped by her daddy. She had two children by the daddy she got raped by. The baby was retarded, slow. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, it wasn't no kind of good. It didn't even end in a warm fashion. It didn't end in a warm-hearted fashion. So this is just 10 whopping facts that I just named to you, Rand, and I haven't even watched the whole movie. But just like I said, you have all of the stereotypes in this one movie of black people. And it's amazing that we let that slide. So ultimately, right now, what you have is, like my man Soapbox Jones was saying the other day, and I have been saying this shit for years. If you're going back and look at my lectures, that this is ultimately The Walking Dead, and not just not only does the show Walking Dead show this same concept of people being mindless and brainless in this mindless behavior and being possessed by a whole a foreign concept, a whole foreign illusionary concept of reality, by way of the media and all these things. But you really get to see it in all these new movies. I mean, The Walking Dead is just one show, but I mean, you have the message of The Walking Dead. You have all these movies that have coming out that have come out. You have so many Paranormal Activities, which is it's so fun. It's so wild to me because I thought the first one was supposed to be based on a true story. So how do you get 7, 8 of them after the shit? You got a Paranormal Activity finna come out, the marked ones or some shit like that. It's just amazing. You got about 5, 6 Resident Evils. You got this movie called The Devil's Due coming out. You have You know, you got so many movies coming out about, you know, people possession. Like really all the movies in the 2000s, as I was telling one of my people the other day, there ain't even any character monsters anymore. Do you realize that? You know, that's a message. The simple fact that there are not even any character monsters anymore. You know, back in the day, you had the unreal character monster kind of, you know, where you can shoot them 6 times and you can drive to the other side of town and they pop up on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? You had the unreal character monsters, but now you have these monsters, these so-called monsters, where it's really the people, you know, and all these 2000 movies, you know, all these zombie apocalypse movies, you know, you know, all these 28 Days Later and all these crazy movies you have, you know, this is what you have here, man, you know. Hello?